Hello and welcome to another episode of Schnozzcast. Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Oh, hello, sir.
Oh, hey.
How goes it?
Fan-freaking-tastic, baby.
It goes well.
It goes well. It goes well.
It goes well.
That's what I like to hear.
We're here tonight with Nick, Bob, Tori, and Tao.
Tori and Todd.
Towel?
The real TTs.
Kind of hoping that would die, but it ain't. All right, so if you're new to the show, thank you for joining. If you want to go back and listen to past episodes, you can find us out anywhere where you find a podcast. You can follow us out on social media, out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also email us at schnozzcast@gmail.com with all your questions for relationship advice.
Anything.
Existential questions you want to ask that we'll include on the show. Or you can call or text us anytime, day or night, at 618-SHOCKER.
Yes, you can on the Shocker line that's open.
Want to know how to hide a body? Email us.
Shocker.
We'll tell you how. Well, some people will tell you how. Maybe not the people on this show.
Yeah.
Maybe not the people on
Yeah,
this
none
show.
of us were actually there when the body was found, but had to deal with the fallout.
We should have been, but we weren't.
Well, all right, gentlemen.
How are you now?
And Cory.
Oh, hilarious.
All right, I want to start off with a question to the group. I don't think this is an existential question, but if it is, Nick, keep me honest, and if it is, I will play the music.
Okay.
Retroactively.
All right.
Ran across a website the other day called sleepbaseball.com.
Interesting.
Baseball.
That's what I thought.
Sports.
Sleepbaseball.com. It is literally a website in which they offer playback to just to listen to of old-timey fictional baseball games, along with fictional commercials, like from the 50s.
I like it.
The 60s. They're not. It's not real, but they'll. If that's
know
the
what
kind of thing
fiction
that
is,
puts
Bob.
you to sleep, this is your go-to. And it got me thinking: what is your go-to sleep aid? What's the thing that helps you get to sleep? Some people, I'll list Lori amongst them. Some people like to go to sleep in total silence, like total darkness, total silence. They could just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one of those people. I kind of need something. I need to hear something to go to sleep, whether it's music or whether it's a TV show or a movie or whatever.
Get up.
I'm assuming that.
Let's get down tonight.
I'm assuming that you guys. Yeah, keep going.
Baby.
Little bump and grind.
No, keep going.
I don't
No, I'm
see
done.
No,
nothing
you're done? Okay,
wrong with a little bump and grind.
Yeah, Todd's picking it. See, just like I told you earlier,
When I
Todd.
get that feeling.
Sexual healing. Ooh, sexual.
Let's get
healing,
down tonight.
baby.
Bum, 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 bum.
I called you a
Yeah.
utility infielder, Todd. Someone who I could plug in anywhere and he fucking figures it out. He'll make it happen.
Absolutely, baby.
So if you think this is an existential question, I'll play the music.
Because you do it right. Yeah, I think you should.
Okay.
I think you should, and I'm happy to let you play the music.
All right. Cory's going to be so mad. Should I wait?
Why is he mad?
Well, because he's got a whole artwork thing he wants to play. And
Oh, yeah, but
he's
he doesn't-
pouring shots.
He doesn't have any artwork of your face, though.
No, that's true. But, okay, so I'm going to continue to talk, and we'll go back and we'll retroactively play the music. So, sleep aid. Todd, what's your go-to sleep aid when you need it? Or are you one of those crazy, I can go to sleep in total silence and I love it kind of people?
Oh yeah, I'm a total silence blackout guy. Because
psychopath.
if there's any noise, I'll pay attention. Like if the TV or radio or I'll pay attention to it. So I like super
You
dark.
need that silence.
Yeah, I need silence and dark, and then I'll fall right asleep.
Now, hopefully Mary feels the same.
Seems slightly racist.
That's why Mary sleeps in her own quarters.
See,
Wait,
exactly.
Hold on a minute.
Stay over there, Whitey.
We did not.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know we were going to go
I
this
see
deep
what
here,
you're doing,
but
Todd.
she's got her own wing of the house where she sleeps.
Household
she's got her own wing.
segregation.
Jesus, Todd. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to force you to offer up that information, but you did, sadly. And now it's
Mary,
out
Mary,
for
what
the
have we,
internet.
Mary, what have we talked about? Go to your white corner.
Luckily, this is gonna be an episode that isn't gonna air anytime soon. So
Exactly. The banked episode.
Yeah,
the banked episodes.
Yep. Oh, you guys weren't live. I didn't listen to you. That's a shame. Anyway.
Yeah, the back half of the podcast.
But we are live.
The truth
Oh,
comes
are we?
out,
Oh,
baby.
fuck.
We
Oh,
are
I'm really sorry,
we
Todd.
are live, but we remove it immediately.
No, as I've learned, we don't. It stays up there for weeks.
No, this one I'll tell.
Oh, you better.
The second ones I do.
Yeah, the
Okay.
second ones
Yeah.
he always takes down
All right.
because
There
they
we
need
go.
to be fresh.
So we've got a short 45-minute window to get this
There we
off
go.
the internet. All right, before we move on to anybody else here, we got a shot sitting here. So, Todd, are you still going with that Crown Peach, baby?
Crown Peach, baby.
Excellent.
So
You got one poured?
You know, we
Got it poured, baby.
We all have
I
one
almost
poured.
drank it.
Hopefully, you have one poured.
Shit. He's already ahead of us.
If you don't have one poured, and you like to smoke that electric lettuce, get yourself some water so that mouth don't be all dusty.
Don't be. Yeah.
We don't want that mouth all
Don't be,
dusty.
exactly.
Yep, exactly.
We give our advice with good grammar.
Electric lettuce.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Oh, Cory, how about you? Sleep aid. I know you got him. There's no way you sleep in silence. No way.
No, there's several,
my God, no,
several
he doesn't.
different things that I can do
Lay it out there. Start at the beginning.
Puts on his autofellatio.
Vibrators?
right in the butt.
Autofellatio.
TV,
Music.
TV is number one.
Oh,
that
God.
if I can have the TV on, I do have a headband, like a sleeping headband,
Oh boy.
that connects to the TV, so the sound's not waking Danielle up.
That's actually very considerate of you. What's the show or the movie that's your go-to?
So okay, so if I'm going, if like Todd said,
SpongeBob.
if there's something,
Nope. I unfortunately know exactly what it is.
Yeah, but the internet doesn't. So, Cory, what is it?
hey, well, hang on, what is your guess at it?
So it's not my guess because I've had to wake you up many times on a futon, and you look like you're going skiing with this fucking headband on.
But
like
Cory's
this-
a man of many colors, and he may have evolved into something else.
Yeah,
Since
no,
when was the
Pull-
last time you spent the night at your house?
pulling his hair back, and you go, and I hear like the, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I walk over, and he's like,
Wait, did you walk over and go like?
no, because his phone is right in front of him. His phone is right in front of him, and it's like, the wild African elephant is one. And I'm like, what the fuck is? What
National
is he
Geographic.
watching? It's some sort of documentary or nature show or something that's on that he's watching.
So documentaries that was for a while, but like if I'm actually know like I'm gonna go to sleep very soon, like Todd said, I don't want to watch something that I'm gonna get invested in and it's gonna keep me up.
You're a big documentary guy, so you might be like, "Oh, this is very interesting."
So like The Office, Parks and Rec, shows that I've seen time and time and time again.
That's me.
Then I know like I can turn over on my side and not watch it, just listen, and I can kind of play it in my head and know exactly what was going on during that scene.
I couldn't do it.
Now, if I could, there's times that I'll come in to bed after Danielle's already been asleep for a while, and I don't want to wake her with turning on the TV and all that. There was a bug.
It was a bee.
Oh,
A bee?
It was on my
Jesus.
neck.
God damn.
What?
Yeah.
From outside?
Not a
Yes.
honeybee.
That
It
you
was
just
a honeybee.
smushed into my carpet?
Sorry.
Well, you
I
don't kill
threw it
honeybees
off
either,
of my
you
neck.
dick.
Did you want to just let it crawl around and it'll just light wherever? And
Oh, well, okay,
It
I'll
was
clean it up.
If it
Hold
was a
on.
honeybee,
I'll
you
get
let
it.
it outside.
Stained with insect juices. There's this giant brown smear now on the cream-colored carpet.
It's all right. He's cleaning it up.
You brought a bee in from... Okay.
So there's times that, Danielle goes to bed way before I do, and I don't want to wake her up by turning on the TV. So, like, I'll turn something on my phone. And I think I've told you guys on a previous episode, like, any ASMR or, like, massage ASMR, I can turn that on the phone, and that'll knock me right out.
There you go.
So,
These guys are chasing down honeybees that they've
yeah,
murdered.
I don't know what's going on over
This
here,
is
Todd.
the oddest podcast ever. If anybody's wondering where two of the hosts went,
I was going to say,
it's
it's
because-
just Todd and I right now.
exactly, a honeybee was murdered, and now they're worried about a butt stain on Nick's carpet. Good criminy. And I already went.
He was very, very concerned about
So for me, Corey, just to carry the show like we often do, I could, even if it was a show I've seen 1,000 times, for whatever reason, if there's people talking, I get invested in it. And no matter, even if I've seen it 1,000 times, so the television on at night doesn't work for me. Music on at night, I could probably fall asleep if it was like low jazz, maybe, like where there were no words, no lyrics. I could probably do it, but anytime there's anybody speaking or words, I'm too invested.
We're back.
To sleep.
Sorry, guys.
That's very interesting, dude. Because I again, anything if I've already seen it, I can easily turn it on and not get invested in it. I know I've already seen it. I know exactly what's happening. But that's interesting. And again, everyone's different. So that's very. I don't want to say weird, but very cool that you're that different in the fact that even if it is something you've seen 1,000 times, it still keeps you awake.
It will. Like I said, I get invested in it, and literally, I'm like, oh my, and because I found that's my biggest thing. Like if I've gone overseas, I'm like, oh my god, I can't sleep right now. I'm going to turn on the TV just to occupy my mind until I'm tired. Well, I'll turn it off, but then I can't turn it off because I'm invested in seeing how Seinfeld episode 200 ends, even though I've seen it 200 times.
Right. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not really sure whether George was able to get himself out of that scrape. Boom, boom.
Exactly.
I wonder what happens.
Nick, how about you, buddy?
Me? So lately I've been a big fan of, so I don't have any problem sleeping, but I have a problem going to sleep. Like telling myself,
what?
telling, I don't have a problem actually sleeping. It's just, I don't want to sleep when I'm supposed to be sleeping. So, like, if I have to wake up early in the morning or I'm working days, my shift changes a lot at work. And I'm a night owl by nature, and nighttime Nick hates daytime Nick. And so I don't want to go to bed. I want to stay up.
He will kill independent
and, yeah. And, I want to paint the town, and I want to watch TV. And unfortunately, I know that I need to go to sleep. So, yeah, I can easily fall asleep at any given point, but I don't want to. So I need some assistance.
You got FOMO.
Okay.
Fear of missing out.
I don't know what that means.
Hold on. They just explained it to you.
Yeah, no, I doesn't really understand.
FOMO, I get. A lot of people don't, but after they explain it to you.
There's not like a parade going down the street that there's things that
that's
I've
the whole
seen
thing.
a million
Do
times.
you think you're missing out on quality awake time?
Yes.
Correct.
So, yeah, you absolutely have FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So whatever
Nick agrees.
whatever gets you guys to stop talking
All right.
quicker. Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I used to take like melatonin.
Yep.
I want something natural. Things like Benadryl have a half-life, and you feel like shit the next day.
Oh, yeah, Benadryl's. Yeah, that's. I mean, unless
Robitussin.
unless your
It's
allergies are really kicking ass.
No,
Exactly.
For a sleep aid, yeah, shit, no way.
Daphenhydramine has such a half-life, so it's actually 1-to-1 ratio in Benadryl, where if you need 8 hours of sleep, it'll last in your system like 4 to 8 hours. So, but anyhow, that's why you feel like shit the next day, but it will knock you out. But so I've switched to Ollie, and
Sleep ones?
the Ollie sleep gummies, OLLI. And I don't need sleep aids, but I just on a whims, I like the idea.
On a what?
On a whim.
Okay. That's not what
Is
I
that
heard.
$1 in the jar?
All right.
Sometimes when I'm looking a whim dead in the face, and another one comes along,
Then it's
You
a
have two
win.
whims.
I
have a
have,
lot of whims.
I have whims.
Yes, you do.
So, but in this
Good
particular
save.
this particular time, I only had one. So I read a lot of good things about them, and I bought some, and I actually bite them in half. I think you're supposed to. I don't know if you're supposed to take 2 or 1 or whatever, but I bite them in half. and it
I take like 3 of those bad boys.
Okay. You have Ollie?
Yeah.
Okay. So I literally bite them in half. So first of all, I used to take like one of them. And
Are you really having that much trouble going to sleep?
I'm not having trouble going to sleep.
He's got FOMO, Bob.
I like the idea. I like the idea of logical Nick versus Nick that wants to do what Nick wants to fucking do. So there's logical Nick that's like, you have to be at work in 10 hours. So to get 8 hours of sleep, this is when you need to go to bed. And then you have regular Nick that's like, I don't give a fuck about all that. I want to watch TV. I feel like I haven't had a lot of time because I worked late today, and I want to stay up. I don't go to bed at like 9 o'clock at night.
You tend to value like hours on end to do what you want to do.
Yeah, it's me time. And in the blink of an eye, now it's work time again. So I want to extend me time as long as I possibly can. Then morning Nick is furious with nighttime Nick the next day because he's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We could have been in much better shape had you just gone to bed.
Right.
So anyhow, so I got these Ollie gummies, and you know that feeling when you were a kid and your parents gave you NyQuil, and it just within 30 minutes.
That's why I don't know it, because I don't remember anything after they gave me NyQuil.
I'm just saying, within
out fucking cold.
Within 20 to 30 minutes, it was like the most tired you've ever been in your life.
That's the thing. It didn't take 20, 30 minutes for me. It was I don't know if I just respond to that kind of medication or depressant.
Yeah.
That quickly, but
I don't think it's a depressant, but
okay. So what is in it that puts you out? It's not a stimulant.
No, it's a sleep aid.
So what is a sleep aid? If it's not a stimulant,
well, you're not
it's
like
be a depressant.
You're not like writing out your final will and testament and crying. You know, it just puts you to bed.
A lot of things that are
alcohol's a depressant.
Don't make you want to kill yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're getting off track.
Right,
anyhow, it acts very similarly to NyQuil without the side effects of NyQuil, without the extra acetaminophen and cough suppressants and all those other things.
Do I need you just do Ambien? It's made for that, and that's out of your system right away.
I don't need prescription drugs. But these are awesome. They're natural stuff. You don't need a prescription for them. You can buy them at the pharmacy. You can buy them at Kroger. You can buy them wherever. Awesome. No half-life. You don't feel like shit the next day, and it knocks you the fuck out. It knocks you out. It's amazing. I can do a half a gummy and still... I mean, it's so much to the effect that when your alarm goes off, you're like, what? Where am I?
What planet am I on?
What is going on? Like that good.
I don't know an alarm.
That good drugged sleep.
Who put that alarm?
Oh yeah, it's great. So that's what I do. I take that, and I turn on very much what Cory is saying. Even though I was doing it years before him, because I'm older.
David Attenborough.
No, I mean that would knock me the fuck out. But I'm too interested in nature shows, so I would stay awake for that.
Really?
But oh yeah.
Okay.
My dad, like we were all our whole
He's
family.
got the popcorn.
By the way, Natalie's yelling at you to hurry up and finish this up.
I know.
If Lori was listening, she'd probably also be like, "Wrap it up."
No, so
Natalie
we
says nighttime Nick is confused.
yeah, we got a couple people in the room.
Yeah.
Jim from the Elks.
Hey, Jim from the Elks.
He's joined.
Were you partying with him last night?
He was out with us last night.
Excellent.
Is that Naked Room Jim?
No. That's John.
Naked Room John.
I like Jim.
But Jim probably has a lot of questions right now.
Well, Jim's very aware of the Naked Room idea and all that. So
is everyone at the Elks aware of the whole Naked Room?
No, not the entire. No. It's a very tight knit group.
You're sort of slowly bringing people in to the Naked Room conversation.
Yeah. I mean, Jim's always welcome, obviously. But
Welcome to the Naked Room, Jim.
Jim, I know we just met last night, but I've really got to.
And
let me just lay this on you and see what you think.
And we got.
We're all naked.
Let's get down tonight.
Eating pizza.
Baby.
Eating pizza and sitting on chairs
Exactly.
and couches.
Exactly.
pizza's
With a water slide.
Pizza with that hot drippy cheese, really not a good naked food. I gotta
No, that's
say.
why you have a little platform over your lap that you can use to put the pizza on, and nothing drips down.
A pizza platform?
Yeah,
It's really a
PP
And then,
platform.
dick platform.
and then your wang is touching the bottom of the pizza platform.
Only if you get hard.
All right.
Yeah, we've not gone
So
into
let's
this
come
level
back
of
to the
detail.
question.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
and obviously Natalie's in the room, as we've mentioned,
Obviously.
and Matthew Voss is in the room as well.
Matt Voss is a great man.
All right.
Great man.
He's in
Amen.
Alaska. Matt Voss
Ahoy.
is watching us from Alaska.
Is that why he's great?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, he's a great man for many reasons.
I love Alaska.
Sorry, Matt Voss, I'm not familiar with you. Good to meet you remotely and completely anonymously.
But yeah, so the Gummies and Friends, Seinfeld, something I've watched a million times. The Office is also a good one. But I like to think it kind of runs in the family, and I know I've said this on the podcast before, but my dad used to ask my great-grandmother, who I didn't really know, he would say, you live in a big, after your husband died, like you live in a big farmhouse kind of by yourself. Aren't you afraid at night? And she says, no. She goes, I just
Turn a hairdryer on.
No. They didn't have hair
Got a
dryers back
44
then.
Magnum.
Okay. Can you just put some fire in your mouth and breathe it on me?
Yeah. She said no. She goes, I just take a little Nightall and I look out.
Nightall.
So Nightall is
That's
definitely
old school.
Nightall is
Sounds old school.
Nightall is rebranded Benadryl because they figured out that Benadryl made you go to sleep and there were no side effects.
I was saying, don't let Bob fool you. He's had boxes of that shit
Dude,
when he was a kid.
He's like,
No
oh,
shit.
God, I hope no
No.
one's bringing up
No
Nightall.
shit.
Never heard of it before.
So Nightall is just
Bah.
a rebranded name of Benadryl, diphenhydramine, which is the same exact ingredient, but back then they had limited things. So she was like, I would just take some Nightall, and I would look outside and I would say Nightall, and she goes within
Okay.
she goes within 20 minutes I'd be asleep and I didn't know what was going on, and I'm like,
All right.
yes, exactly, that's what I do.
Exactly.
Nightall. Good night.
All right. Let me jump in here then. It's mostly television. Sometimes I have a couple of Sonos speakers on either side of the TV in the bedroom, and sometimes I'll put on a Dead and Company, Grateful Dead album. It
That makes
usually does the trick, like a live music. Actually, at a really probably unnecessarily high volume.
what?
To sleep to?
I
Yeah.
feel like I'm at a concert.
Yes. Yeah.
Put these earplugs in. Bob, you can just turn the volume down.
No, I don't know why. I need
Throw up under a car. Puts me right to bed.
But other than that, I've done the MASH thing. I've already worked my way all the way through all the episodes of MASH, and I'm pretty much also almost done with my second run through of Frasier. But it
That's
it does need to be something that I've watched before. I don't need to. There's no need for me to look at the screen. I could just kind of roll over and I can listen to it. Put on the 30-minute timer on the TV, and that generally does the trick. But there is a couple of on Max. There's a series called The World of Calm, where it's like 10.
You mean Spectravision?
No, you're thinking Skinamax. But HBO
Has rebranded itself.
HBO is Max now, so you don't call it HBO. It's really stupid, but there's a series called The World of Calm. It's like 10 episodes, 30 minutes each, and there's a celebrity that does like a voiceover, but it's very like AMSR. ASMR.
There you
Fuck, I knew I was going to get that wrong. Calm voices over
DGR.
Like Idris Elba will do a thing about like these people who are like chocolatiers, or Oscar Isaac will do something over a guy who just builds canoes out of trees in the wilderness in like Alaska.
I would not be able to go. I'd be like, I'd be freaking
Glued
gripped.
But I've watched them all already, so that's the point.
It doesn't matter.
But so
I need to see the 15th time this guy makes his canoe.
Is he gonna do it? I feel like he's running out of time. He's never gonna get this done on time.
There's not enough wood out there.
But there needs to be it needs to be something that you've seen before and something that's in a very calm voice. And so I have often gone back to like any of the BBC series, whether it's
The Wild African Mantis.
right, Animal Planet, what's some of the other ones? Man?
David Attenborough.
Anything David Attenborough does. But
Oh, man,
BBC,
he puts me
BBC
right
does
out.
a whole lot of those series where it's like
Philomena Kunk.
no, not at
You
all.
watch your mouth, Todd.
Not at all. But
It's a good series.
But yeah, those things that have just a very calm, soothing voice.
Plants are often misconceived.
Yeah, it's like liquid cocaine.
And
Hey, Bob.
Jim and I are going to have some words tomorrow because he said some podcast put me to sleep. Fuck you, Jim.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, it's going to be
Yeah,
a hot
nice
time
work,
in the
Mr.
old
Starkey.
X Club next Friday.
Exactly. In the naked room. Hey, Bob.
Yeah.
Can I take a crack at recording some nighttime soothings for you?
No, go ahead.
You see what
It's
he's
all-
trying to- you see what he's trying to do right
no,
now?
No, that's fine. We're
Yeah.
all going to go.
I'm not going to do it right
go
now,
ahead.
but I'm going to.
No,
I'm not going to do
seriously.
it right now.
You were going to it.
I don't have a. Well,
You were starting.
Todd, if you do it
That was-
right now, we'll shut the fuck up and let you do it, and I can record this, and I can isolate the audio.
Tell Jim
I'm gonna
we'd
get in
love to
trouble.
listen to his
I'm gonna
podcast.
get in trouble. I'm going to get in trouble.
Why?
Bob, are you watching the Olympic trials?
Oh,
I am.
I don't.
Those
Nick's about to hit the button,
long-legged
Todd.
Spider freaks.
He's about to hit the button.
Well, we didn't all shut up, so this doesn't work at all. Yeah,
No, and now's not the time for it.
we'll have to do it another time.
And it's just not the time
All
for
right,
it.
can I jump in with an existential add-on?
Oh, so you just asked an
That's
existential
'cause
question
he
that
just did
lasted
it.
25 minutes. What else do you want to add
sorry.
on?
You're right. Go ahead. You go.
No, I'm
go,
done.
Go to the cards. You're done.
I'm done with my answer. Did you answer?
I just did. I think it was
Oh,
the last
okay.
one.
It feels like you did.
So I have another one I can bring in, or you want to go to the cards?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Love it.
Team.
Are we playing the music or what?
We did once. We don't have to play it
No,
before every
we
question.
we heard
the
one
button.
strum of the sitar and then you muted it because Corey
I
was
know.
away from the microphone.
No,
You did.
no. He walked back, and then I played it again.
No, you didn't.
I didn't feel it.
Just play the
It's
goddamn
awesome music.
Fucking love everything holy and sacred, Bob.
All right. The worst.
See?
All right.
That's what you do. This is why
Sing
you
the
shouldn't be a
freaking
part
best
of this
part of the
segment.
damn song.
This is
All
why
right.
you shouldn't be a part of it.
To the group.
Everyone in Bangladesh right now is furious with you.
No, they're like, Jesus, thank you for stopping. We've heard that enough today. The worst trouble that you ever got into as a child.
Oh,
I'm going to start with Todd. I feel like Todd's.
hang on.
Don't bring up the blinds again.
Yeah.
We
No,
already
no.
t-
So, clarifying question:
Sure.
what age or what's the cutoff age that you're saying?
The
is,
cutoff age?
like 12 and under,
Chop.
14 and under.
I mean,
I'm going to say under 18.
you're a child until 18.
I'm going to say
18 and
under 18.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. All right.
I was gonna say.
Wait, there's
I
so
have
many you
mine.
can't pick one, or
No, there's a couple that I was
Okay.
hoping you were going to be like, 12 and under. Then I had some funny ones.
if that helps you, if you want to.
No, it's fine. So 18 and under. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Todd, you want to kick this one off?
I can kick it off.
I knew you would.
Because, yeah, this is sad, and it's going to look bad for my my stepdad, but he's not listening.
Who I'm sure is listening.
Yeah, exactly. No, but so we had the worst trouble I ever got into, and I remember it was kind of the last time as a child that I actually got into trouble because I had a bad habit of riding my bike in the street, and we lived in a particularly shitty neighborhood, and while he never expressed that he loved me and he didn't want me to get killed by the people driving crazy on the streets, the rule was don't ride your bike in the streets, and so I'd gotten busted twice before for riding in the street, and he told me, he goes, the next time I catch you riding your bike in the street, I'm going to weld the tire to I'm going to take the front forks and weld them so that the tire will not turn, And then I'm going to give you a beating until I get tired. I'm going to go upstairs and rest and give you a second one.
That last part sounds like it's the part you should have been paying attention to, is the beating
Yes.
part.
I said, why,
Yes.
why didn't he just take the bike away rather than?
Because he wanted to work the beating in.
He did.
I mean, you can
I
take
think
the
he
bike away
did.
and still beat it. They're not
So-
connected to each other.
No, but he's letting him know, like, first I'm going to do this, and then there's going to be a beating.
Yes.
Okay.
But
And,
to me, I'm like, the beating is the thing that really unsettles
All
me.
right.
if
So,
I'm
sorry,
in
Todd.
Todd's shoes.
Continue.
And it seemed so grandiose that I thought, there's no way that this man will do that. And the question was, what's the worst trouble you've ever been in? The third strike was me getting caught because he came home early from work, caught me riding right down the middle of the street with my buddies. And I'll never forget that 10-speed having its forks frickin' taking a weld or two so that it couldn't turn anymore. And he
Wait, did
actually
he do that
did
while were you watching while he did that?
No. I saw that he was really crafting that, because the beating came first, where he actually went upstairs.
Oh, he
then
went out of
and
order.
rested,
Fucking
and then came back downstairs to finish the job. And then the next day, the next day I was able to actually sit down to ride my bike. Yeah, the thing didn't turn anymore. Worst
that's
trouble I've ever been
actually
in my
kind of
life.
shitty, because he promised you that things would happen in a certain order. That'd be the welding
He
of the
didn't
forks,
say-
and then the
he just said
beating,
he was
and
gonna-
then the second beating. But he did the
He said he was
beatings
gonna do
first,
two
and
things.
you were probably like, "Oh, I guess the forks aren't going to get welded." Sweet, and then he fucking
Nah.
did that shit anyway.
Nah. He followed through.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe it. He's not a stickler for details, I guess.
To me, it seemed like there was an order to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, he didn't follow that order. So I would have went, after all that, I would have went back to him and laughed in his face. I'm like,
Yeah.
it didn't affect me at all because you didn't do it in order, bitch.
It's actually the last time I got in trouble as a child.
The last time and the worst time?
Yeah, the last and the worst.
All right. What about you, Cory?
So I'm gonna have to go with we were in high school. We were freshmen in high school. A buddy of mine, his parents were out of town, and he had an older brother that was 21, 22 at the time, maybe. And he's like, "Hey, man, my brother can score us some beer." And we're like, "Oh,
Wait,
shit."
how old were you at the time?
14.
Okay. 14. All right.
And we're like, "That's awesome." Yeah, we'll meet at
You're just gonna puke it up all over the place, you
That's
dumbasses.
yeah, like we'll meet at your house, man. Like, yeah, this is gonna be sweet. Like, it's gonna be insane. And we got there, and it was just me and like 5 other buddies hanging out. And yeah, we each cracked a beer, and we're like, "Oh, this is gross," but we're all trying to act cool and down, get our beers down. I think each of us might have had 1.5, and went back home later that night. And a couple days later, we got home from a family event, and we had some messages on the answering machine.
Kid Rock.
Now this is well after Kid Rock. I was much younger when I went to Kid Rock. And there was messages on the answer machine, so my mom played them. And one was Mrs. McDowell from across the street, my buddy Joe, his mom. And she said right on the answer machine that she discovered that we were out drinking at one of our buddies' houses. And yeah, we got in a shit ton of trouble for that. The beatings did not stop for quite some time. I don't think I was able to see anyone or go anywhere for about a month. And the sad part being, like I said, we each had we by no means did it even affect us. Like I said, it took us so long to even drink one. There was no buzz or anything like that. We just thought we were being cool because we were 14 and having beer.
Right.
But yeah, the consequences did not line up to going back. I wish we would have liked it and at least got to experience like a good buzz. Because then, yeah, maybe the consequences would have been worth it. But at this point, we might as well just have been drinking Diet Coke because that's exactly what we got out of it.
Nasty Diet Coke. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Bob.
Yeah.
As a parent, I just want you to validate this. If you have to ground your kids for a month, it's as much torture on the parents as it is the kid, isn't it?
Yeah. You're doing the grounding, but you're also realizing that this is putting me in a fucking shitty position to have to ground you. Because now I have to be,
Warden.
warden, jailer.
And you're going to be around 24/7.
Yeah, and anything I do means I have to make sure you're not having fun doing it. Like, yeah, it sucks.
I guess
It sucks.
That's an interesting point. I've
So
never thought
as a
about it
parent,
like
you're
that.
like, I'm. This is why I'm so mad at you, because you're inconveniencing me for a month, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
Which is why I think my dad defaulted to the beatings because he got a good workout in.
Yeah, if you go with beatings, like that shit's over pretty quickly, and that's probably preferable if you're a parent.
Like I said, there were beatings and groundings involved in that one.
Yeah. Unless your wife stays home with the kids, and you go to work, and you don't have to worry about it because you're like, I'm at work. She'll have to deal with all the grounding and shit.
Yeah, in a sense, that's basically what my dad did. He's like, he got to go to work during the day. And,
Yeah, well, see you later.
yeah.
Make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Exactly. Good luck, Corky.
Yeah.
Nick, how about you?
I have no idea. I was a good kid.
You had to get in trouble at least once.
I know I got in trouble. I
Okay.
never had month-long groundings.
Doesn't have to be a month. Just the worst, in your opinion, the worst
I didn't have beatings.
trouble you ever got into.
Yeah, I didn't drink before 21. Never smoked a cigarette. Didn't do any drugs.
Well, no wonder you need those stupid gummies.
Trust me. I know. Trust me, I know.
You can't let your trauma put you to bed.
I didn't have any trauma.
That's what I'm saying. That's why me, Bob, and Todd can go to bed so easily because we have so much trauma. We just want to sleep it away.
Yeah, no, I didn't have anything like that.
So you didn't get in trouble at all.
No, I got in trouble, sure.
Okay,
but
so what's the worst in your mind?
I don't. Nothing comes to mind. Like that was.
What about the parties that we had at your dad's house?
Not when I was.
Were you under 18?
No.
Oh yeah, I guess that doesn't fall into the age category.
Oh, but thank you for bringing that up.
I feel like
Your dad already
it's come
knows.
up before. It's come up before. You guys have
but-
talked about him.
No, not. I think. I don't even know. Like as a kid, God, what the. I remember when we were like 7. My buddy that lived 2 doors down and I went to his mom's house and said my mom needed eggs to cook something, and she gave us a dozen eggs and we just threw them at someone's house.
But you never got caught?
No, we got caught.
Oh. How'd you get caught throwing eggs?
And wait.
Threw
This is
at
the
my
important
house.
part. And what was the
My
punishment?
dad was home. He was in the window
No.
and he was looking at me when I
She-
What
threw
was,
it.
what was the punishment for
Because
that?
my mom called Linda and was like, "Oh yeah, because my mom was like, there's some kind of etiquette, when you loan stuff to other neighbors, and she's like, there's
You give it back to him
yeah,
at some
you want to
point.
give them back something, and she's like, oh, for the eggs. She's like, what eggs?
But Nick, now, so tell me, what was the repercussions?
I
when
mean,
your
we were
parents
like
found
6
out?
or 7. It couldn't have been anything. Yeah, I certainly don't remember it, so it wasn't.
They didn't hold your head underwater?
No,
Waterboarded.
Make you eat a dozen raw eggs?
no, I didn't.
Yeah, you're going to eat every one of those eggs you threw.
I didn't do a lot of things.
They make you
but-
smoke a cigarette?
Down to the filter.
I didn't do a lot of things, but my sisters did. They certainly did a lot of things. My one sister,
Where is Natalie in all this? Is she not on the chat anymore?
she was in there for a little bit, but
I feel like she'd have a lot to say here.
I really don't think she was. Natalie wasn't a bad kid either.
No,
Like,
about you being bad. I feel like
oh
she'd have
no,
a lot to say.
no.
It
Natalie and
feels like
I.
there's no punishments in your home.
Natalie, there's punishments. We're just good kids. So when you have good kids, you don't have to punish them. But
Boy.
There's no such thing as a good kid.
But Natalie and I, my dad had a big Culligan glass water jug in his bedroom.
Oh, boy.
And he would put his he would put his change in it. And Natalie and I, my dad was very he was very close with his money, and he didn't like to spend it. He's a very generous man when it comes to Christmas and birthdays, but outside of that, he does not. He's not the kind of dad that would give you a 20 and anytime you needed it. Like he was just like, why do you need money? What do you want this for? It's just he's very frugal when it came to things like that, and that's why he's in the position he's in now. And I have no money now, so but
You connected
Because
those
you were never
dots pretty
punished.
quickly.
oh yeah, but he had a glass Culligan 5-gallon jug in his room that was filled to the top with quarters and change. I mean, there must have been several $1,000s in this thing. And I remember Natalie and I one time, I was like, we don't have any money. It's summertime, we're going to go get some water balloons. And so we went in, and I was like, all you got to do is dump this jug out. You just take a bunch of quarters. We'll go up to the corner store. We suddenly have $20. It's no harm, no foul, So we did that a couple times. And he started putting, which we didn't know because we were kids, he started putting a $50 on top of it. There was no cap on it. So we put a $50 on top of it because he became wise to us. And in his mind, he would put it head side up or tail side up or whatever, and he would notate that in his mind. And then one day he found it was like tail side down as opposed to head side up.
So you guys just didn't pay attention to details.
We're like, why is this coin on top of this?
They did not have the training, Corey.
That's right.
The experience in being devious and nefarious.
No.
I'm still waiting for what the repercussion was.
We're like, what? Why was this coin on top of here? And so the next time we went to do it, we lifted up the coin, and there was a note underneath it, and it said, in quotations,
"Go fuck yourselves."
Nope. No, my parents were nice, loving parents. And it said, in quotations, "What part of thou shall not steal don't you understand, God?" And so, yeah.
Did you write a note back to God?
No, I didn't. No, we stopped
See,
after that.
this is where,
we stopped after that. Yep, that was the end of it. And he installed a very secure lock on his door after that.
I feel like
makes
now
sense.
I understand the origin of the Christmas lottery, whatever. How was it called?
Reach into the box.
Oh, the Christmas cash box.
Christmas cash box. That's
We didn't. There wasn't. We didn't ass beatings and all that stuff in our family. Like we didn't do all that.
I mean,
We had punishments, but we're not like that.
again, it wasn't like every day, but yeah, when we messed up, there was.
Yeah.
No, we evolved beyond that.
Mine were every day.
Todd's were every day. So I'll close this out. When I was 16, I got my license, and my buddy Brian also got his, and his dad let him use his car, and I got my mom's my mom's car went to me. My dad gave his car to my mother, and my dad bought some other piece of shit car, or he had maybe gotten a city car at that time because he was director of Parks and Rec for Dearborn Heights, and he got a city car.
Toot, toot.
It was a cool thing. So I had this shit brown Dodge Omni that I was driving, and my buddy Brian and I were driving around with we were going out with another kid named Jim Lawrence who was in our grade, and he had his dad's car, and so we were going down from Brian's house down in South Dearborn,
Sure.
to Ford Field, and so we were taking outer drive all the way, and then
Ford Field.
yeah, in Dearborn there's a park called Ford Field. It's not the Ford Field from
It's
Detroit.
the original Ford Field.
The original Ford Field.
Gotcha.
So we would take outer drive all the way up underneath the train tracks to Michigan, and then make a right, and then there used to be a cutover, like a cross traffic turn that you could make to take a route that was off of Michigan Avenue, off here. So I was following Jim, and he was going at a high rate of speed, and he made the turn, and obviously he was driving his dad's car, which was like a Chevy,
a better car.
much better car than the Dodge Omni I was driving with Brian in the passenger seat. And so I went to follow him, and I ended up bouncing off of the curb and then across across traffic. And I remember we stopped after we actually made it across traffic because we had cut off a bunch of traffic coming the other way. There was no light there. It was just go across. And we stopped and we're like, oh my God, you okay? Yeah. Okay. So we continued to go on, but there was clearly something wrong with the car. And so we pulled over and we were looking, and oh man, you dented the shit out of that hubcap. My dad is going to find out
Hubcaps.
about this. He's like, tell you what, we'll go back. My parents aren't home right now. We'll go back to my house. This is my buddy Brian talking. We go back to my house. We'll pound out the hubcap, put it back on. Your dad will never know. Awesome. So that's what we did. Limped back there, pounded it out. He's like, this looks perfect. Went back home. pounded out the hubcap. Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Keeping me easy, keeping me honest. And then,
You were easy for sure. Yeah.
and dropped Brian off, and then I went back home. Parked the car in the driveway. The next day, my dad woke me up. He's like, what the fuck happened to your car last night? I'm like, nothing. It's all good.
It's fine.
Gang of thieves.
Yeah.
Someone clearly stole it, drove it around, and brought it back.
Well, it turned out when I hit the curb, I bent the axle. we were totally concerned about the hubcap, which is clearly bent it. I had no idea I'd bent the axle. He's like, do you know how much it cost me to fix that fucking shit brown Omni? And I did not hear the end of it for the next.
And then you had an ass beating.
No, I would have rather had an ass beating. My dad
Took that car away.
He took the car away for a little bit, but also I got the silent treatment. The silent treatment, if you've never had it, is worse than an ass beating. You know, when
I disagree.
Yeah, I love my parents. I wanted to talk to them.
Todd's like, these motherfucking white punishments.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
To
Silent treatment. Give me a break.
To me,
I'll
there
take
wasn't
that
anything
every
worse
day.
that you could do than ignore me completely.
Hit with a fistful of quarters. You got a fucking silent treatment.
So that's the worst trouble I ever got in. I know.
Oh my God.
It's according to Todd, it's not trouble at all, but
It's not. Dude, I'm now mad at you. I'm mad at you. And I love your dad. I know he's in heaven, and I'm mad at him now, too.
And you're mad at me.
no, he's already put you. I'm taking the whole brunt of Todd being mad now. All right, boys. Thank you for giving me your input into that. We're going to move on real quick to close the show with Gentleman's Agreement.
Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Gentlemen's agreement. Oh, gentlemen's agreement. Oh, it's the motherfucking gentleman's agreement.
That's
Sorry.
an awesome song. Nick.
I always have to let it go
I gotta give
until
you
the profanity. Yeah.
That's an awesome song, Nick.
All right. I'm actually going to go first here, which I don't normally do. I like to defer to my co-hosts, but in this case, I'm going to. Corey looked like he needed to get up and go do something. So
Must make a poo-poo. Must make a poop.
Here to see a man about a horse. I like to say that should be another segment. What do you call it? I like to see a man about a horse.
there's nothing stopping us
Like,
from
I
making
go,
a
I'm like-
segment called exactly that, Todd.
Mary's like, what
okay.
are you going to do? I'm like,
So I had to watch Kunk on Earth, and this was assigned
Yeah.
to Corey. This is have you had to watch this as well, Todd?
I actually was the first. I saw it and assigned it to Corey.
Oh, you assigned it
And
to
he
Corey,
loved
and then Corey assigned
And he assigned it to you.
Has he assigned it to you too?
No.
Okay.
I haven't been involved in this segment in about 3 months now.
No, I know. So Kunk on Earth is it's a limited series on Netflix. I watched the first 4 episodes of the first season. I think there's more than one season, but Corey can probably confirm that for me on that.
I can confirm because I assigned it to Corey.
There is more than one season?
There is.
Okay. So I watched the first 4 episodes of the first season. Real quick, spoiler free. This is it's a faux documentary.
Mockumentary.
It's a mockumentary. Thank you, Todd, for keeping me honest. Maybe you can give the rest of my review.
Wow.
No, thank you. You are correct. It is a mockumentary is the correct term. I can't remember the name of the actress who plays Philomena Kunk, but she essentially does a 30-minute stint on the origins of the Earth, the Roman. The Roman ruins, the Greek history. So each of the episodes is themed, but the conceit is that she doesn't know a fuck all about anything, and so I've heard we obviously multiple people have watched this before. Cory's given his review before. What I'll say is I'll give it a solid B. I only watched the first 4. I'm not sure how much more I could have watched past that because it didn't really vary too much. It was you kind of know what you're going to get. It's not like they did something different in episode 3 that they hadn't done in episode 1. But I will say there were a number of chuckles that I had. There was one in particular, I want to say it was in episode 3 where she's like, Jesus had a flaming circle on his head, which would definitely have set fire to the hay in the pubes on the way out as he was born. So there were a few things I'm like, okay, that's a really good one.
That's what it's for. That's why you continue watching. It's for the one-liners.
There are a number of different one-liners, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, it's not even her, though. Sorry to, and this would, I know we
you're fine.
shy away from it in a second. The bigger thing is the people who she's interviewing are clueless that she's clueless. And
that's the best part about the conceit.
And I was going to say, and the beauty and why you watch episodes 4 through whatever is she gets more and more people who don't know that she's absolutely jobbing them.
Yeah,
and
but
so I've
seen Ali G. I've seen a lot of shows where people are coming in to sort of punk the expert and not telling the expert that they're an idiot or they're this is a shtick. They're hoping to get an honest reaction out of them, which is a complete blank stare or a silence, something that is funny to watch. The problem with Cook on Earth for me is that I've already seen a lot of that, and so I wasn't chuckling at them going like what at her ridiculous responses. So
their responses get better,
but also the repetitive the way that she brought up Pump Up the Jam by Technotronic.
Yeah, that
was I'm like, okay, that's solid. That was very solid.
Diane Morgan was the actor.
Diane Morgan. Yeah. She did a really good job. And clearly she did her work and scripted what she wanted to say and it's a performance that she's doing.
Yeah.
So I'll give her a solid B. So well done, sir.
Nice, Cory.
All right. So Cory, you had They Shall Not Grow Old from me.
Yeah, I'm very quick and easy.
Sure.
It's a World War I doc. No, honestly, World War I documentary. They converted old black and white footage and enhanced it to color footage. So for that time, it's unbelievable to see that era in color. Yeah, great pick. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's literally, you want to see some very cool footage from way back when. And obviously even seeing the black and white footage is already it gives you chills up and down your spine. But once it's converted and into high def and color, it gives it a whole kind of different life. So great pick, man.
Yeah, because World War I is not one that it's not the World War that people generally it being older, coming first. It's people tend to gloss over it, but
Yeah.
The shit that they had to go through and the conditions they were fighting in was really kind of eye opening. I hadn't spent a lot of time looking at World War I footage or the story behind those people. So glad you liked it, man.
Excellent pick.
Todd, you
Yes,
had,
sir.
and let's see if I got this straight. Dancing with the Devil, Escaping a TikTok Cult from Cory.
Yes, indeed.
Good. I was hoping you were going to say yes, indeed, and not like, nope, that's not what I had.
No, I watched a different one. I watched Dancing with the Devil on freaking Hulu. And
I watched
it was
The
a
Banker.
total different thing. Exactly.
Again.
Exactly. It was a guy killing prostitutes.
Right.
And I thought it's Dancing for the Devil is what I think the name of it is. But anyway,
Could be.
the
I'll-
7M TikTok.
we'll check
cult.
on it.
It's on Netflix. Cory, when I first turned it on, I was angry at you. I'm like, he's going to get a solid F, and I am going to freaking have to berate him in front of a national audience.
But then I
But-
turned it around.
But I'm going to... This is a hard one for me to grade, and typically anybody who knows me knows I don't... It's a must-see, and here's why I say that. I've been on my own journey here, and basically, no spoilers. It's a true story about a couple girls from Michigan who had a dream of dancing professionally, and some other people who wanted to dream. And it's about TikTok. It's a real thing. And ultimately, a lot of the videos on TikTok are people dancing and doing these different dance routines. There are a lot of people who are making their dreams come true with this social media platform. And this documentary really highlights a lot of interesting things. And for me, the spirituality portion of it, unfortunately, I'm a very spiritual person, whether you're religious or not. There is people, whatever you put out comes back to you. And especially if you believe, you can achieve anything. And essentially what's happened is there's people who believe and want so much, and a person kind of feeds them and leads them down the wrong road of religion and kind of isolates them, and their dreams come true because they believe so deeply, and they are able to really express their talents in a way that delivers. But unfortunately, this person is kind of using that to bilk them out of their money, separate them from their families. Again, no spoilers, other than it's a must-see, I think, because it is not luck when people have success living out their dreams. And I think everybody should see it and really should pull out of it what you will, and I won't go any further than that.
So I'm confused.
Solid. So it's a must-see. So I'm not going to give it a grade because I think
Come on, dude.
I can't give it a grade.
Well, yes, you can.
I think it's a must-see.
To me, a must-see is actually better than an A++.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
I think it's a must-see. It's a must-see without a grade, because what the person is doing is pure. And again, whether you're religious or not, I'm saying it's what's being done is pure evil. And again, whether you believe in that or not, but it's a must-see. Because it's a lesson.
I'm going to go on record as saying I'm not in favor of this fucking sliding scale review bullshit, but that's fine. Must see for Cory.
And it's only 3 episodes, so it's an easy watch.
Oh, okay.
Checked all the boxes for you, Todd.
All right, before we do new assignments, we got a shot sitting here that Nick has generously poured. So out there in the audience, sign off your weekend with us. Pour yourself something to drink and join us. Cheers.
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 Hang on.
Oh, come on, Todd.
Todd didn't wait for us last time. He's like, I already did my shot, bitches.
We hang on for no one.
No, I did wait last time. I was ready before you. I'm ready now.
All right, well,
did you guys
Todd
already
Hatch.
Yep.
Cheers, Todd.
So we're all going with you.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, whoa.
Yeah, thanks. Assholes. Salute.
New assignments. I got Todd. Todd's got Cory. Cory's got me.
Damn it, that's the way it had to work out. All right.
Todd, have
Yes.
you seen The Gray Man?
No.
All right, that's what you got.
Cory, have you seen The Banker on freaking
God damn it.
on Apple TV?
Yes, I've seen it.
Okay. I'll have to assign you something different.
All right, Cory, what do you got for me?
Oh, he hasn't seen it. I didn't think we were allowed to lie.
Oh, wait. Oh, sorry.
He
hasn't seen it?
He has not seen it.
All right, let me just copy that directly from Nick's. And so this is the 2020
fine.
Banker?
Cory, tell me how it is so I
Banker,
can give a review on it.
Okay, the 2020 Banker.
It's a really. I normally don't assign shit movies. It's a great movie.
2020 version. Okay.
All right.
All right. Cory, what do you got for me?
Oh, man. I was hoping.
Sam Jackson is unforgettable.
It's a great movie. Anthony Mackie's the star.
I feel like everyone in our audience who's listening has probably already watched this 4 times. Yes, we're aware. Sam Jackson is a revelation in this movie.
Have you ever watched The Shield?
I never have watched The Shield.
There you go, bro.
Really?
I'll take it.
Wow.
That's a fantastic assignment.
That's crazy.
I thought for sure he would have seen The Shield.
No, it's one of those. I've also never seen The Wire.
What?
I've never seen The Wire.
I neither have I.
Hey, Nick, watch The Wire.
There you go. There's your pick.
Hey, there we go.
Baby,
Hey,
so-
look at-
Where can I watch it, Todd?
Apple TV.
yeah,
Apple
please.
TV, probably.
let's-
Well, by the time
Seattle
you get to
TV
it, Apple
Plus?
TV. No,
All right,
no.
hold
By
on.
the time you get to it, it'll be Apple TV.
We're gonna do after the show. We're gonna do a just watch, and we'll figure out where it is, and then we'll adjust accordingly if we can't find it. But
Yeah.
all right,
Hopefully, it'll be one of those great ones that Bob will have to lend me the DVD.
I've never seen it either.
Those are the best ones where I have to come down here and
The wire is
I think I already said I don't have it, so that's not going to happen. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That is the show for the week. We'll see you next time. On behalf of Nick, Cory, and Todd, this is Bob. We'll see you next time. Peace out.